Sullivan, of course, won the IBF Intercontinental Championship with a devastating first-down knockout of Curtis Shepard. And looking to successfully defend that title today. We're going to go up to our ring announcer, Danny Campbell, with the introduction.
Fight fans, this for the International Boxing Federation Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. At ringside, the International Boxing Federation Supervisor, Mr. Robert Lee Jr. The judges assigned to this championship bout, Joe Pasquale, Deborah Barnes, and Kason Cheeks. The third man in charge of the fight at the bell, referee Ed Cotton. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, out of the blue corner, this young man, the challenger, weighing 239 pounds, wearing the white trunks trimmed in red and blue, with a professional record of 30 big wins against 7 defeats, 2 draws, 22 of those wins by knockout. From Vallejo, California, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Terminator, Terry Davis. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This young man tipped the scales this afternoon at 230 pounds, wearing the gold trunks, with a professional record of 14 wins against 1 defeat with 1 draw, 9 of those wins via knockout. He is currently ranked number 11 in the world. Also, the International Boxing Federation Intercontinental Champion from Houston, Texas. Fight fans, welcome Obed Sullivan.
Boxers, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Let's touch gloves.
Here are the IBF rules today. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count rule. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. Scheduled, of course, for 12 rounds. See our referee Eddie Cotton here is round number 1. Coming to you today from the Grand in Atlantic City. You know, Bob, Terry Davis weighs 15 pounds more than he did when he fought over in China at the Brawl on the Wall back in '93.
Yeah, that's probably not a real good sign for him, Harney. You know, I mean, he's on in his years a little bit, but you know, you don't usually hit a growth spurt at you know, between 33 and 35, and you know, it probably could be written off to you know, less of a training regimen. But he's a very strong guy, and you know, a heavy puncher. You know, you know, that's what Ben Sullivan's got to deal with. He's probably the biggest puncher that Obed has fought in his career thus far.
Really got stuck though in that contract squabble. Rick Barker. Famous for fight-fixing allegations involving Mark Gastineau. And was murdered in his hotel room by Tim Doc Anderson, who admitted to the crime.
I was going to say allegedly.
No, not allegedly. He admitted to it. A little more than a minute going by here around him was referee Eddie Cotton.
There we go.
Obed's, you know, strange, Rob. Sometimes he'll come out and, like when he won the titles, dropped Curtis Shepard in 1 round, the fight's all over. Then we saw him start very slow on a heavyweight explosion against Thomas Williams. Looked like he was really sluggish, and then bang, things started to click in the 4th round, and he stopped Williams.
Yeah, he's a very well-conditioned fighter, and I think he's got confidence in the fact that he's much better prepared to go 12 rounds than his opponents. But at the same time, you don't want to let a guy like Davis get brave early in the fight and land in a power shot and get into the flow. The best thing to do with a guy like this is go ahead and step right to him early on and let him know it's this is going to be there. You see Davis again. His form's not perfect, but he hit Obed in the back of the head and showed him.
He's got some punching power. 22 knockouts in his 30 wins. Obed Sullivan, 27 years of age. He's going to turn 28 next week. Started his pro career back in 1992 against Michael Davis for the first round knockout. Didn't fight again for 2 years. Came back, won a fight, and then his only loss to Jonathan Grant, who, of course, was the house fighter at the time at the MGM Grand out in Las Vegas. Won a 4-round decision, and it's been all clear sailing since then.
other than the draw with Ahmad Abdeen, which
maybe we can someday get Cedric Christian to put the two of them together again and see what's going to happen. Make some sparks fly.
Nice little international match for the Explosion.
We're coming up to the 10-second mark here in round number 1. We're scheduled for 12. I'm Marty Tokyo Rosenthal along with Bob Spagnola. Warning at the end of round number 1 for Eddie Cotton. Terry Davis. Obed starting as I said, he sets the ground for that first seven by starting with a slow man. He's got, listen to Chuck McGregor, always has Obed's ear.
Chuck McGregor, a real taskmaster. Working with Steve Unister and putting together a very small stable of heavyweights. He's got a good relationship with his fighters, and he gets a lot out of them. He's really done a heck of a job with Obed Sullivan, a guy that's not highly touted or anything coming out of the amateurs.
Round number 2, we're scheduled for 12. That's Obed Sullivan. He's in the gold shorts. Terry Davis, he's in the white. The red and blue stripes. No knockdowns thus far in the fight. It's scheduled for 12. It's for the IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Bob, we were mentioning that fight that Obed had with Mo Sullivan. He did something that was very uncharacteristic of fighters. He came up to me, and this is after he won the fight. I was in attendance, and he apologized for his performance. Right. And said I wouldn't see something like that again. I said, you won the fight, you took it on like 3 days' notice. You fought a guy that's never been knocked out. And I go home and relax and have a nice Christmas and get ready for Terry Davis. Which sounds like he's gotten ready for. He's really starting to open up a little bit right now. He lands a good double left hook on Davis, who's trying to fight back. He's got his left hand down very low. Watch for Obed to come over the top with the right. There it is.
It seemed like picked his leg up off the ground a little bit. I would box Terry Davis from the outside a little bit more. Just lay inside with it. But, Davis had some success in the first round of jumping in from the outside and hitting Obed with some body punches, and maybe Obed wants to smother him in there, confident in his quickness, and he does have some really nice short compact punches.
Davis trying to load up on that one big right hand coming in there. Sullivan, of course, never been stopped before. Davis been stopped many times.
Davis already seems to be, lunging a little bit, getting over his feet.
Weight's got to be very uncomfortable for Terry Davis coming in at 239 pounds. His optimal weight was down in the 220s. As we mentioned, getting a little long in the tooth, 34 years of age. Would make that 30, make that 35.
Nice little short left hook by Obed Sullivan. He hit Davis with a head with it again.
Davis keeping his hands very low.
Yeah, he's right there to meet it, and he throws a couple of punches, and then it seems like he's holding and gulping for some air.
And he gives him another warning again for holding. 45 seconds to go in round number 2. We're scheduled for 12 on the Central Business Sports Network. Nice slip there by Obed. Cotton's going to watch this another one to Terry Davis. He's holding on. Slaps those hands, trying to get the fighters free. Davis doesn't seem to be planting his feet or although a lot of slapping type punches.
Yeah, he really doesn't. His condition is obviously betraying him, but he's a heavy puncher, and he's been around for a lot of years. You can't count him out at all.
Round number 2 ends with a warning from Eddie Cotton, this time to champion Obed Sullivan for low blows. And I wanted to ask you, I understand there's a man in the corner here named Les Bolware working with Obed's corner. Any relationship to Vincent?
Yeah, Ulysses Bolware. Yeah, it's been Bolware's brother.
So calling it just Les is what fooled me. For me, it was always Ulysses. schedule for 12. That's Obed Sullivan, the IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. He's in the gold shorts. Terry Davis, the challenger. He's in the white. There have been no knockdowns thus far in the fight. Davis comes in today at 30-7. 2 draws. He's got 22 knockouts. Has some punching power, though has a very suspect chin. Has been knocked out in his last 3 out of 4 fights. His last win coming back in February of '93. 12-round decision win over David Bay over at the Ball in the Wall in China. And of course, prior to that, his biggest win, as Bob had mentioned, knocking out Henry Tillman back in September of '92 in the 7th round
with a big left hook. But, you know, Obed Sullivan, Chuck McGregor has him out there in Tucson, Arizona, training, you know, running up at 4,000 feet, and is really a taskmaster with his fighters. And he just knows he's got 12 rounds to work with. They got a lot of confidence in Ben's chin. So I think they took a couple, you know, early rounds, which, you know, you alluded to, Ben. It seems like he could be a slow starter sometimes, but I just think that they're very confident in the exchange. As longer the fight goes, the better it is for Obed Sullivan.
Terry Davis really starting to see some real leather there. Getting a lot of left hooks in it. And again, Terry Davis holding on. Eddie Cotton grabbing that hand, pulling it off. He's going to have to take a point away to really get Terry Davis' attention, and maybe that won't help either. So we're halfway gone here in round number 3. This is scheduled for 12. Terry Davis looks dead tired already.
Yeah, he looks like it's about the 8th round of the fight.
Oh, good right hand lead lands by Sullivan. Davis keeping his left hand real low. Eddie Cotton again imploring Terry Davis to stop grabbing.
Good referee by Eddie Cotton. He tries to use the voice command. When that doesn't work, he starts getting physical with the 2 of them, and I'm sure when that doesn't work, because you can see Davis is still, you know, hitting and holding at best.
Oh, and he hits a big left hook, and Davis is rocked. Tries to come back with the right of his own, but his leg's very wobbly right now.
And they seem quite heavy, you know, with that added weight he's carrying around. Sullivan content to, you know, take it down.
Oh, and he
for a shot.
Big left uppercut landed in. Another right uppercut. Davis not even protecting himself well, Bob.
Really, not a good sign in the heavyweight division. I mean, he really is, you know, he's just pushing his punches out there. They really don't have much on him at this stage. And if Terry Davis doesn't have punching power, he really becomes very, very average.
Oh, and a good right left, and Davis very wobbly now. Left-right combination, trying to fight back. Nothing on the shots whatsoever. Oh, it's another right. Eddie Cotton taking a good look at his eyes. But no standing 8 count in effect, though, under IBF rules. And Terry's going to get through the round as we come to the end of round number 3. Big round for Obed Sullivan as we see him walk back to his corner. Now we take a look at Terry Davis, who's in a lot of trouble there, Bob, at the end of the round. I was surprised that he weathered it and didn't go down. He ate some big shots from Obed Sullivan.
Yeah, you know, you got to give a little credit to Terry Davis, even though he's not prepared. He certainly, if he was looking for you got to give credit where credit's due, Arnie. And you know, he has tried. He got hit with some shots here, and like this one right here, he's kind of doing the look away here. I thought he was on his way down, but he actually came back with a punch from that.
He tried to punch back, absolutely nothing on his shots whatsoever. As we look at action here from round number 3, Obed was hitting him with every shot in the book during this round. Uppercuts, right hand leads, overhand rights as we see there. Left hook lands right on the corner. Then when he got him in his corner, he was just pummeling Davis. And then Davis came back from that sequence trying to come and jab his way out of that corner. And finally the round ended. Round number 4, it's scheduled for 12. That's Obed Sullivan, the champion. He's in the gold shorts. Terry Davis is in the white. Very rough 3rd round for Terry Davis. Already looks like he's been through about 9 rounds. He looks like sort of like Jerry Quarry at the end of one of the Joe Frazier fights right now. He's got that look about him. Oh, big left-right combination, and Davis grabbing on again. Eddie Cotton will have nothing of it, though. Been warning him all fight to stop grabbing and holding.
Nice patience by Ben Sullivan, though. You know, he's really taking his time. He looks experienced far behind his rounds under his belt to support. I really think he's an impressive young heavyweight to watch here. You know, he's not huge for a heavyweight, but he's got good size and good strength, tremendous conditioning, and we've seen him in the explosion exhibit some real good punching power.
Davis landed an overhand right at 0 on it. Obed came back with a 2-punch combination with at least 10 times what he had, and we got a minute going by in round number 4. Marty Tokyo Rosenthal along with Bob Spagnola. Hope everybody watching us on Eurosport enjoying their premiere of Heavyweight Explosion. It's been a great first show here in 1996.
Davis using his head in there a little bit. Ben Sullivan complaining to Eddie Cotton, or just directing his attention to that.
Still been no knockdowns thus far in the fight.
That's about to change.
And it looks like it may change any second. Terry Davis looks like he's looking for a place to fall. A little more than a minute to go in round number 4. Obed Sullivan's got him pinned on the ropes here. Davis trying to hang in there. And I got to tell you, compared to some of his other previous performances, Davis showing a lot of heart even sticking with him right now.
I couldn't agree with you more. I've seen him sometimes when he really didn't seem like he wanted to fight much, but even though I don't think he's paid a lot of gym dues for this fight, his legs are very heavy and he continues to try to hang in there.
Davis in his 40th professional fight, Obed Sullivan in his 17th. We had said earlier in the open that he had 15 professional fights. We left out Abdin's draw, Bob. I'm trying to forget about that myself. Just about 20 seconds to go now in round number 4. It's scheduled for 12. We're coming to you today from Atlantic City at the Grand Hotel. And Eddie Cotton, talking about showing patience, Eddie Cotton showing a lot of patience, not taking a point away from Terry Davis for holding. Come to the end of round number 4. Obed Sullivan still opening up big, and with a big right-hand lead to close the round. Take a look here in the corner of Terry Davis. Man, Jacob Duran. Also got Russ Carmichael and Al Rodriguez working on trying to stop the nosebleed going on right now. What could he possibly be telling Terry Davis to do right now? He's doing everything wrong. Take a look here at action from round number 4. Double left hook. All unanswered punches on the part of Sullivan.
The last 2 rounds, it's been nearly over at the end of the round.
Round number 5, it's scheduled for 12. If I was in Terry Davis's corner right now, I'd be telling him, wake up, you got one more round, otherwise we're not going to send you out for round number 6. He's taking a real beating in there, Bob.
Yeah, and I don't think that would bother him much at all. Yeah, Ben Sullivan's going to finish him. They're just fresh as could be.
Oh, no legs left on Davis at all. Totally off balance.
But I don't know, he's getting game. This is the gamest I've ever seen Davis, although, unprepared. He's trying.
Obed peppering him in close, and again, Terry Davis doing something he's been doing since round number 1, and it's trying to hold on Obed Sullivan's hands.
And use his head. You can see that Obed's got some swelling under his eye. It wouldn't surprise me if that was caused by the head of Terry Davis.
Davis just taking a beating in there on the ropes. Showing every bit of his 35 years of age right now. At 239 pounds, he's carrying around only a little more than a minute gone by in round number 5. Can't picture Davis putting up with this for another 7 rounds. This is scheduled 12 rounds. Obed Sullivan's IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship.
And Obed's just going to start cranking from here. Yeah, he's just getting warmed up. He loves those mega rounds, all those runs on those mountain roads.
A little bit looking terrific, and I said, here's a guy who apologized for beating Marion Wilson back in December. We would never see him looking like that again, I gotta tell you. Easily looks 10 times better than he looked in that fight.
And, give some credit to Marion Wilson.
Absolutely, no Wilson. Oh, and mouthpiece out, now goes Terry Davis. got his foot caught in the ropes, but he's got enough senses. He was able to get the foot over the rope, grabbing for the mouthpiece, a la Tyson Douglas. He rises, and Eddie Cotton says he's seen enough. Terry Davis trying to stick the mouthpiece back in. He doesn't know that the fight's called. He doesn't even know where he is. Now he goes over, realizes the fight's over, and he places Obed Sullivan. And big win and a nice defense. Obed Sullivan improves to 15-1. One draw, that's his 10th knockout. Terry Davis drops down to 30-8, 2 draws. You take a look at him in the corner there, and I think a good time to go down. And a good stoppage on the part of referee Eddie Cotton. Obed Sullivan promising a better performance on his last one. We see him climbing up there. Cornerman Chuck McGregor doing a terrific job with him. Ulysses Boulware working the corner beautifully as well. Let's take a look here. Terry Davis seems to have the senses back. We're going to take a look at action here though from round number 5. What was the first knockdown and the last knockdown of the fight. Obed Sullivan coming over the top with these clubbing right hands, and finally Terry Davis just drops to the floor. Mouthpiece falls out. He has his leg caught over the top rope. Take a look at it now from another angle. Obed Sullivan coming over the top now with the right. There it is. Followed by that left with another right. And he's just going to club Davis to the floor. Davis got his foot caught on the rope. Had enough sense, though, almost on automatic pilot, to get his foot untangled from the rope. But just couldn't get it together. And there's Obed Sullivan, still the IBF Intercontinental Champ. And we're going to go up now with the official decision from our ring announcer, Danny Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes and 7 seconds of round number 5. And still, the International Boxing Federation Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Obed Sullivan!
There you have it. Obed Sullivan improves to 15-1-1. That's his 10th knockout. Probably in his toughest fight to date against veteran Terry Davis, who drops now. We take him looking a little dejected there. He drops to 38-2. Of course, remains with only 22 knockouts. That's his 5th straight loss. But our Bob Spagnola in the ring with the IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion and 11th ranked in the IBF, and maybe it will improve on that even further. Obed Sullivan. Okay, Bob, take it away.
All right, I'm here with Team Sullivan here. Nice performance, champ. How you feel?
Hey, thanks a lot. I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good about the performance. Very tough guy over there, you know, with 30 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws. Just a tough guy. He's not the type of guy that's going to come out here and not do a pretty good performance. Thanks a lot, guy. It was a tough fight. See you later, Terry.
Now, listen, he's an experienced fighter and a heavy puncher. You can never sell him out, and you showed remarkable, for as inexperienced of a fighter you are, you're very patient, and that's what you showed in this fight. I know that Chuck didn't want you rushing right out there against him, and that was your fight plan?
Yeah, our fight plan was to lay back a little bit. I was started a little later than what I wanted to, for reasons, that I won't get into, but, our fight plan is always to go out there and conduct ourselves like a professional, not an amateur. Go out there, we got a game plan, we're supposed to stick to the game plan.
Now, when you're in the kind of condition that you're in, and we're familiar with the way that you guys prepare for these fights, obviously Davis, he wasn't in that kind of condition, so it only behooves you, the more rounds it goes, the more work you get. We were talking about it before the fight, the fact that, rather than a guy gets a top 10 rating in the world, a lot of guys, they just sit, wait back through, hoping through attrition that they're going to work their way up through the ratings. You guys have been very active. You're getting the on-the-job training, and it'll all pay off in the long run.
I think, a rolling stone gathers no moss. Look, if you're a professional fighter, your job isn't to sit back at home and collect the paycheck from your promoter or your manager. Your job is to get out there and work. That's what my job is. I worked all through the holidays, all through Christmas, all through New Year's. Christmas Eve, I was in the gym. Got to watch my diet a little bit. He'll be talking about that, but still, condition-wise, I can go 15 rounds. That's what boxing's about.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, really good performance, you guys. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Congratulations, champ. Back to you, Arnie.
Thank you, Bob. Obed Sullivan, very well spoken, a real class act, and a real class corner in general there. Chuck McGregor, Les Boulware, Steve Moss there. We take a look there at the end one more time. Obed Sullivan clubs Terry Davis to the ground. And the only negative comment made in the whole corner was perhaps there's been a little bit of talk about Obed's diet. I'm not necessarily sure that's about his weight, which was 230 pounds today, as perhaps the quality of the food.